My dear, if recently you've been applying castor oil around your eyes every night, hoping the wrinkles would soften, the crow's feet would fade, or the thin skin under your eyes would look fuller, yet when you look in the mirror, everything still seems almost the same. The problem is not you, and it's not that castor oil is not strong enough. The truth is that the skin around the eyes of women after 60 is the thinnest, the quickest to lose collagen, and also the hardest area to repair on the entire face. Castor oil can soften and moisturize, but it cannot activate collagen on its own, especially in the eye area, where collagen fibers are extremely delicate and fibroblasts are almost asleep. The good news is, you don't need to stop using castor oil. You only need to combine it with one additional oil, an oil capable of gently awakening microcirculation around the eyes, increasing oxygen supply, and reactivating fibroblasts to produce collagen again. And the even better news? This oil is safe for the eye area, easy to find, and may already be sitting in your home, you just never thought to use it. Stay with me until the end of the video, because with just one small change in your nighttime routine, your eye area can become brighter, fuller, and those crow's feet you thought were impossible to improve may start softening naturally. I am Dr. Evelyn Brooks, dermatologist and gynecologist, with over 15 years of experience caring for the skin and hormonal health of women after 50. Throughout the years, I've met many women, just like you women, who are devoted to caring for their skin, especially the eye area, yet cannot understand why crow's feet deepen, why the skin becomes thinner, and why their eyes lose their youthful brightness. What most people are never told clearly is this: the eye area does not age the same way as the rest of the face. It is multiple times thinner, has fewer oil glands, contains less collagen, and has naturally lower elasticity. After age 50, when hormones drop and circulation slows, the eye area is the first to give in. But at the same time, it is also the area that responds the fastest when cared for correctly. And my mission in this video is to help you understand exactly that. Why castor oil alone cannot improve crow's feet, and which gentle oil can reactivate collagen around the eyes. You know, the eye area reflects everything we've lived through: sleepless nights, stress, laughter, and the hormonal changes after 50. So when the skin around the eyes begins to thin, dry out, wrinkle into tiny fine lines, or lose volume, causing the under eye to look hollow, the feelings of worry or discouragement are completely natural. I've heard many women share with me, "Doctor, I take care of my skin, but my eyes still age so fast." Or, "I apply castor oil regularly, but nothing changes." And I understand that feeling because the eye area doesn't behave like the rest of the face. It is more sensitive, thinner, drier, and loses collagen 3 times faster than the cheeks. But the amazing thing is, once you understand the correct way to care for the eye area, it responds quickly. With the right activation signal, the right oil, and at the right time, wrinkles can soften, the skin can become thicker, and the eyes can brighten naturally. Before I share the details, could you leave your age and where you're watching from in the comments? I truly want to know which states or countries our community of women over 60 are viewing from. Your comments help me create the most suitable content for each age group. My dear, here is a truth most women after 60 are never told directly. Castor oil is not bad, but it was not designed to treat the eye area, especially crow's feet. The skin around the eyes is only about 0.3 millimeters thick, the thinnest on the entire face. It also has fewer oil glands than any other area, causing it to dry faster and form tiny paper-like wrinkles. As we age and estrogen drops, the collagen under the eyes doesn't just decrease, it loses its structural support, making the skin crease, sag, and look tired even if you sleep well. Castor oil can soften the surface, reduce dryness, and give a bit of surface glow. But it cannot penetrate into the dermis where fibroblasts live and where real collagen is produced. In other words, castor oil can temporarily smooth the surface, but it cannot send the activation signal needed to wake collagen underneath. Especially around the eyes, where microcirculation is weaker and oxygen is limited, Fibroblasts easily slip into a hibernation state. Without oxygen and activation signals, no matter how long you apply castor oil, collagen will not regenerate on its own. Many women mistakenly believe that deep moisture is enough to soften wrinkles. But for crow's feet, wrinkles formed by loss of volume, lack of collagen, and weak microcirculation moisturizing alone cannot create change. To truly improve the eye area, we need an oil that can lightly penetrate, activate cells, and support collagen regeneration, not just sit on the surface. And this is exactly why you need a second oil, one that is safe, gentle, and precisely effective for the mature eye area. My dear, to truly understand why castor oil alone cannot save the eye area, we need to look deeper into the biological structure of this region. And once you understand it, everything becomes very clear. First, the skin around the eyes is the thinnest on the entire face, only about 0.3 millimeters. This means that even a small change in collagen or elastin causes the skin to sag, crease, and reveal every tiny line. This is why just a few nights of poor sleep can make the eyes look noticeably older. Second, the eye area has very few oil glands. When women after 60 enter the stage of major hormonal decline, those already limited oil glands become even less active. The skin lacks natural moisture, lacks protective lipids, and becomes dry, thin, and fragile. Those tiny fine wrinkles around the eyes, the ones you often call silk lines, begin here. Next is the loss of collagen after menopause. Estrogen is the hormone that keeps the skin thick, moist, and elastic. After menopause, as estrogen drops, the body loses about 30% of its collagen within the first 5 years, and the eye area suffers the most because it is already extremely delicate. And lastly, the eye area has the weakest microcirculation. The tiny capillaries around the eyes easily constrict when you are tired, stressed, sleep-deprived, or dehydrated. When blood flow slows, oxygen decreases, and fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, practically shut down. The result is thinner skin, paler skin tone, deeper under-eye hollows, crow's feet becoming more pronounced day by day. Understanding this helps you see why surface moisturizing will never be enough. The eye area needs microcirculation, activation, plus fibroblast activation, not just softening the skin. And this leads us to the second oil, a gentle, eye-safe oil that is especially suitable for awakening collagen in the most delicate area of the face. To soften crow's feet, you must first understand where they come from. Many women believe crow's feet appear simply because they laugh a lot, but the truth is much deeper and more complex. First, every time you smile, squint, or simply react to bright sunlight, the muscles around the eyes, called the orbicularis oculi, contract repeatedly. When you're young, collagen and elastin are strong enough to pull the skin back into place. But after age 50, when collagen decreases rapidly and elastin breaks down, every expression leaves behind a tiny trace. Gradually, those traces become clear, defined lines, what we call crow's feet. Next is dryness. The eye area already has very few oil glands, and after menopause, natural oil production drops dramatically. Without the protective lipid layer, the skin loses water faster, becoming dry, rough, and fragile, like thin paper. As a result, wrinkles not only deepen but turn into micro-creases, the type of fine wrinkles that are very difficult to smooth with surface moisturizers alone. Another important cause is the decline in microcirculation. When the capillaries constrict, oxygen supply to the eye area decreases. Fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen, no longer have the energy to patch the broken collagen fibers. This makes crow's feet become sharper, more fixed, and resistant to improvement, even with expensive products. And finally, the loss of natural volume under the skin. As the fat pad around the eyes becomes thinner with time, the area begins to hollow, making the eyes look very tired, even when you're not tired at all. At this point, crow's feet are no longer just surface wrinkles. They are a result of lost structural support deep beneath the skin. But the good news is, when you understand the mechanism behind crow's feet, you also understand how to soften and activate them correctly. something castor oil cannot do on its own. My dear, when we look at everything that creates crow's feet, from thin skin, lack of oil, collagen loss, weak microcirculation, to the breakdown of structural support around the eyes, you'll immediately see that crow's feet don't appear overnight, and they also won't disappear with a single oil. But the good news is this: once you understand the true mechanism, you'll know how to soften them before you attempt to smooth them. This is the step most women skip. Before collagen can be activated, the skin around the eyes needs warmth, nourishment, soothing, and especially a gentle boost in microcirculation. Castor oil helps with this on the surface, but to truly wake up fibroblasts, you need a second oil, one that can work deeper yet still remain safe for the delicate eye area. And it is this combination that creates real change. Before I reveal this secret oil, I want to ask you a small question. What age are you? And which state or country are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment below. I genuinely want to know how far our community of women 60 plus has reached. Your sharing helps me tailor my content better for each age and each need of mature skin. Now, we move on to the most important part, the one oil that can safely and effectively awaken collagen in the eye area. The oil that castor oil needs in order to create real transformation. To treat crow's feet and restore the thin skin around the eyes, you need an oil that doesn't just moisturize, but activates cells and, above all, is completely safe for the eye area, the most sensitive region of the face. Rosemary oil is very strong and penetrates deeply. But because its essential oil concentration is high, it can easily cause stinging and irritation if used near the eyelid or under the eye. That's why the best and safest choice for women after 60 is rosehip oil. Rosehip oil is not an ordinary oil. It contains multiple biological compounds that the eye area desperately lacks after menopause. Natural vitamin A in a gentle retinoic acid form. Omega-3 and omega-6 to restore the skin barrier. Beta-carotene and vitamin C to brighten the skin. Linoleic acid to plump and thicken the skin. The most remarkable feature of rosehip oil is its ability to activate cell regeneration safely and gently enough to wake fibroblasts without causing peeling or irritation, like strong retinol. Many studies have shown, after 8-12 weeks, rosehip oil increases skin thickness, reduces shallow wrinkles, and naturally smooths the texture around the eyes. This is exactly what castor oil cannot do alone. If castor oil creates the soil, then rosehip oil is the seed that activates regeneration from within. And when these two oils are combined, the eye area receives the perfect environment to soften, thicken, and brighten over time. In the next part, I will explain why the combination of castor oil plus rosehip oil creates such remarkable strength, and what happens underneath the skin when you apply it correctly. When castor oil and rosehip oil are used together, their mechanisms don't simply add up, they complement each other, creating a perfect biological environment for the mature eye area after 60. Castor oil acts as a solid foundation, providing deep moisture and locking in hydration, helping the skin around the eyes become softer, less dry, and more stable. This is crucial, because skin that is too dry cannot absorb nutrients well, and fibroblasts cannot operate effectively without the proper environment. But the real transformation comes from rosehip oil. This oil doesn't just stay on the surface, it can gently penetrate into the dermis, where fibroblasts live. Thanks to its natural vitamin A, omega-3, omega-6, and strong antioxidants, rosehip oil sends activating signals to the cells, encouraging the regeneration of new collagen. When the two oils meet, what happens beneath the skin is not a temporary effect, but the actual movement of the repair process. Castor oil moisturizes the skin, becomes soft, non-irritated, and ready to absorb nutrients. Rosehip oil penetrates, awakens fibroblasts, and improves skin thickness. Microcirculation around the eyes increases slightly, skin tone becomes brighter, less dull. Crow's feet begin to soften first, then gradually fade. Women who use this combination correctly often describe their eye area as feeling warmer, smoother, and as if it has come back to life. This isn't surface-level plumping, it's new collagen forming with proper structure. Slowly but steadily. For women after 60, this is one of the most natural, safe, and low irritation methods for improving the eye area that I've seen in many years of treatment. To achieve real improvement in crow's feet without causing irritation, the most important factor is using the correct ratio and technique. The eye area is thin, sensitive, and reactive to strong concentrations. So a gentle yet precise formula is all that's needed. The safest ratio for women after 60 is 1 teaspoon of castor oil as the moisturizing base, 3 to 4 drops of rosehip oil to activate collagen and nourish the cells. Simply place both oils in your palm, swirl gently to warm them naturally. Then apply to the eye area using your ring finger, the finger with the lightest pressure, to avoid stretching the skin. Apply in a C-shaped motion from the temple, down under the eye, and back up to the upper lid. Just 60-90 seconds of massage is enough to increase microcirculation without tiring or pulling the skin. The best time to use this blend is 45 minutes before bed, giving the skin enough time to absorb the oils and prepare for the night repair window from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., the time when collagen regeneration is strongest. Do not use it during the day, as the oils can migrate into the eyes when blinking or when exposed to sunlight, causing stinging or discomfort. For skin after 60, use this blend only 4 to 5 nights per week to give the skin time to adapt and regenerate. Consistency is more important than quantity. The eye area responds best when it is cared for gently, regularly, and in alignment with its natural biological rhythm. No matter how correct the formula and application technique are, the results will still decrease significantly if the oils are applied at the wrong time. The mature eye area responds strongly to the body's biological rhythm, and collagen is only truly regenerated when the body enters its natural repair phase. The most important period is from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., commonly known as the repair window. This is when melatonin rises, the blood vessels under the skin gently dilate, and oxygen and nutrients are prioritized for tissue repair, while fibroblasts become highly receptive to activation signals. In other words, this is the time when the eye area is most ready to absorb and regenerate. To allow the oils to work at their best, apply them 45-60 minutes before sleeping. Avoid applying them right as you lie down, because if the oils haven't absorbed yet, they will easily transfer to your pillow and no longer stay in the area that needs treatment. When the blend is applied at the right moment, the increase in microcirculation, natural warming, and collagen activation align perfectly with the body's nighttime repair cycle. During the day, the eye area is busy protecting itself from light, dust, and constant blinking. So daytime is not ideal for deep oil treatments. Nighttime care is always the safest and most effective. When the castor oil and rosehip oil blend is used consistently at the proper nighttime window, changes in the eye area do not appear suddenly. They begin gently, naturally, and subtly, in alignment with the biology of mature skin. After about 2 weeks, the skin around the eyes typically becomes softer, less dry, and loses that tight pulling feeling when you smile. Many women describe that applying eye makeup or concealer becomes easier because the skin is no longer overly dry. By week 4, crow's feet begin to show signs of softening. This is an important stage because a softened wrinkle indicates that the collagen beneath is being reorganized. The eye area also tends to look brighter and more even in tone due to improved microcirculation. From week 6 to week 8, the under-eye skin starts to feel slightly thicker, and the previous thin, fragile texture decreases noticeably. The tiny crepey lines, often called tissue paper wrinkles, become less sharp and less deep. The outer corners of the eyes look softer, gentler, and less etched when smiling. From week 10 to week 12, the improvement becomes the most visible. Deep crow's feet may not disappear completely, and that is normal, but they become shallower, less noticeable during conversation, and the overall eye area looks fresher, warmer, and naturally more youthful. This is the result of newly formed collagen with proper structure, not temporary surface plumping. The most precious change is not how much younger the eyes look, but how the gaze becomes more relaxed and alive, as if the eyes have finally regained the softness that time once took away. When you understand how the eye area works, you'll realize that crow's feet are not the enemy, they are simply marks of time and the experiences you've lived. And the beautiful truth is, this delicate area still has the ability to recover. It just needs care that aligns with age and the body's natural rhythm. The combination of castor oil and rosehip oil is not magic, it is a method based on science. Castor oil softens and moisturizes. Rosehip oil activates and strengthens the structure, and your body completes the rest through natural regeneration. When applied correctly, at the right time, and consistently, the eye area can become smoother, brighter, and softer, not to return to your 20s, but to glow in the mature, dignified way of a woman who has lived fully. If the insights in this video have given you more confidence and understanding about your skin, feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a message below. I'm ready to take care of my eye area again. Your comments help me continue sharing safe, effective scientific knowledge with our community of women over 60. And remember, your beauty has never disappeared. It has simply been waiting to be awakened again, gently, gracefully, and full of life.